nations.
Unintelligible.
Repulsive. Freakish.
Grotesque.
Ill-drawn. They've arrested Wilde.
About time, too. Grotesque.
Unclean.
Sexless.
Unclean.
Effeminate.
Unclean. Disgusting.
Disgraceful.
A pervert, like Wilde.
Beardsley's next.
Aubrey Beardsley.
Aubrey Beardsley.
Beardsley Aubrey.
Godless.
Sexless.
A disgrace.
From the gutter.
Like a child.
Drawing? What drawing?
Why, I could draw better than that.
Come in. When it is reproduced, this will be quite blank, and this will be absolutely white. The silhouette will stand out here and here. You'll get the feeling of a ballroom lit by candles. It's for the sketch.
What a thing for them to publish.
People have become much more adventurous. There are fewer hardened prejudices for me to undermine.
Do you think the trial will affect us?
I don't know.
They say he will be sent to jail.
Surely not.
Well, there's bound to be repercussions.
On us.
You are very much identified with Oscar.
Gossip.
There was that newspaper story that he was carrying the yellow book when he was arrested.
Perhaps he was.
People will put two and two together.
They will almost certainly make 5.
As far as the public is concerned, Aubrey, Oscar is the comet, and you are the comet's tail.
When does the trial start, anyway?
In about 10 days.
So soon? I wonder what will happen.
They say that John Lane has been thinking of dismissing you from the Yellow Book.
But how can that be? He's not even in England at the moment.
I think it might be better if you were.
Why should he want to replace me?
A lot of people will have asked him
The
to.
idiot fringe.
Not at all. The mainstays of the publishing business. The respectable writers.
I don't know any of these.
Just so.
Who are all these people outside?
What people? I don't know. I haven't seen any of them before. They seem to be waiting for something.
They can't be bailiffs. I don't recognize them. What would they do if I went out?
They'd probably boo.
I shall carry a sword stick, or a pistol when I emerge, like Lord Queensberry. I shall take early morning boxing lessons at the local gymnasium.
Andrei Rafalovich is coming to see you this afternoon.
John Gray. They'll get booed for sure. Their appearance will confirm everyone's suspicions.
You'd better send them a message not to come.
I should quite like to see them face a hostile crowd.
What is it?
Sister, I think you're a prophet of evil tidings.
Why?
Just what you thought.
Well, the recent arrest of Oscar Wilde, we can no longer take. They have dismissed you.
I think you're probably a witch.
How can they possibly dismiss you now with Lane in America?
They must have wired him.
Acting on behalf of the contributors, proprietor, and staff, I'm instructed to inform you that in the circumstances following the recent arrest of Oscar Wilde, we can no longer take the risk of publishing obscene and spiteful drawings in the Yellow Book, nor do we wish to. I have no option but to ask you to consider your joint editorship at an end, and to inform you that any of your drawings in the issue currently printing will be expunged. Obscene and spiteful, you could sue for that.
I couldn't win more than a farthing. Do you know, I had 5 good drawings in this next issue, 5 of them.
Do you think they'll take them out?
I suppose that's what he means.
The Yellow Book was your idea. It became yours. It seems extraordinary that somebody can just dismiss you without even attaching John Lane's name to the telegram. Aubrey. You've got to take this thing seriously.
You can take anything seriously before luncheon.
Oscar said that.
The borrowing was not accidental. I wonder who all those people were. They've gone now, Mabel. The street is empty.
How can you be so calm? Aren't you frightened?
There's no one watching us now.
Mr. Beardsley, would you,
Excuse me, Mr. Beardsley.
Yes.
It would be better if you didn't go in.
I beg your pardon.
I think it would be better if you didn't go in.
What do you mean? This is a Thursday.
Yeah.
It's a Wagner.
Of course.
Has my seat not been booked?
Indeed it has, Mr. Beardsley.
Very well.
We will refund you the money for your seat.
Are you refusing me admission?
You were expected here this evening. There will be a demonstration if you go in.
Are you refusing me admission?
You must understand, this is very disagreeable for me personally.
Who will lead this demonstration? What will happen?
The concert will be interrupted, and I will be asked to make you leave.
That is all.
I think that is very serious.
We thought you ought to know beforehand.
Yes. Well, I know now.
Yes, well, if you'd like to come this way, sir, I will make the refund.
No. You must find me a box to sit in.
Oh, I'm afraid that's quite impossible.
Why?
It would offend my patrons.
But no one need know that I'm there.
Perhaps if Mr. Beardsley kept the curtain shut.
My usual seat would be vacant.
I have already said it is quite impossible. It would not be acceptable. I have assured my patrons...
What?
I've given my word.
You have given your word that your patrons will not, even unknowingly, have to suffer the indignity of being in my company.
Yes, I have. I'm sorry.
How many of your patrons took the trouble of coming to you and talking to you about me?
Oh, they are all important people. Some of them are very influential.
You will not let me in to face them. Very well. I shan't trouble you with my presence here again.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have attended regularly?
For several years. It's another habit that I will have to try and break. Dear Mr. King, you know what has happened from the newspapers, but let me tell you truly, it has been worse than I feared. No one will publish me. I'm penniless unless I work. I'm powerless even to defend myself. Yesterday, a mob stormed the office of the Yellow Book and broke all the glass in the windows. They went away peacefully only when assured that I had already been dismissed. How can I protect myself against such irrational anger? How can I disprove assumptions which are entirely groundless? How can I excuse myself when the offending acts were not committed? I want to see Mr. Rafflovich.
Yes, sir, of course. It is rather early, sir. I shall have to wake him specially. Can I show you into the drawing room, sir?
I shall go up and wake them myself.
But you can't do that, sir. What about the lady?
Show her into the drawing room. I tell you, we must all go away, far away.
How can we? John has his job to do. In any case, there's practically no danger for humble sinners like ourselves. It's only the luminaries of our world who are in danger.
I'm not so sure of that.
Luminary or not, I've been turned out of public concerts, heckled in the streets, booed and jeered, and even spat upon when a woman like a fishwife realized who I was while I was walking past. I simply cannot tolerate it any longer. I simply can't stand it.
It is intolerable.
It is also inevitable.
Aubrey, you may be taking this too hard, you know.
If I'd had any money, I'd already have left.
So that's it.
No, that is not it. I didn't come here for money.
We're not often privileged to receive you before 8 o'clock in the morning.
I've been out all night.
You certainly don't appear well rested.
Out all night, you'll kill yourself.
Perhaps that's what he wants.
Do you need money, my dear friend? I'll give it to you gladly if that's what you want, whenever you need it.
Perhaps. There are no perhapses about money in any normal life. But then your life is hardly normal, is it? Not now. Not ever again.
I don't know whether to go or stay.
Lots of people have, almost all our special friends, just for a month or two, to be discreet.
Discreet? They were the ones who flaunted what they were. I flaunted what I wasn't.
Come, come, don't turn against old friends. You may still need them. And you're very unlikely to make new ones at this point.
I mean it. I'm serious. I may look like a sodomite. I may even draw like one, but I've never been one.
Oh.
My problem's the exact reverse. But I don't draw.
Well, that reminds me. There's a woman in your drawing room.
A woman? Did you bring her with you?
Of course.
Do you intend to prove your virility here and now?
I wish I had a salary again.
I don't suppose the insurance company would want you back. Not as a clerk, at any rate. And still less as a director.
I could design their letterheads and settle down. I've always wanted to keep a cat.
Why don't you?
It might have kittens.
So?
They might be born dead, and I would have to bury them.
They might be born alive, and you would have to drown them.
These are silly things to talk about.
Andre would prefer us to talk philosophy.
Aubrey had no need whatsoever to go back to clerking for an insurance company.
I used to hate it.
Well, you'd hate it twice as much now. Who precisely is this woman in the drawing room? Shouldn't we do something about her?
Oh, no, she's nothing.
Huh?
She's nobody. She doesn't exist.
Poor lady.
She's probably gone to sleep.
I envy her.
She got very drunk when she realized I didn't want her. So did I. Much the same point in the evening. Well, what shall I do with myself?
Take money from Andre and go abroad.
It seems the only thing for you to do. You need a rest. You need a change of air. You can go to France or Italy. You can take a holiday. Isn't that what the doctors say you ought to do?
Doctors?
Aubrey, you must leave London, whatever you do afterwards. If you stay, you'll make yourself a target.
Doctors. Doctors and the press. Why can't they leave me alone?
This is not a personal thing, you know. It might be more bearable if it were.
You've made yourself noticeable. You've distinguished yourself. That's all. And the people in charge are trying to calm things down and smooth things over. It's what they always do. Chop off the tallest heads in the row.
I don't understand.
They've drawn a line. Thus far and no further goes the artist and his license.
The experiment is over. You must go away. You must go abroad. I will give you the money.
You're both very persuasive. And I'm very tired of everything. Finished. All done.
Here lies Aubrey Beardsley, exhausted by his own celebrity, defeated by his own success. Go away, dear Aubrey. It'll be dangerous otherwise. Somebody will make an example of you if you stay. If you're not very careful.
But I tell you, he has been ill. He has been very ill. You are not to disturb him.
He'll want to see me. He knows me and my work.
Does he know you're coming?
Certainly not. He'll be delighted. Which room is he in?
This is intolerable.
It would save a lot of time if you told me where he was.
He's in the front bedroom.
Thank you. Beardsley. Beardsley. It's Leonard Smithers. Your sister's been treating me like a bailiff. I've been looking all over London for you.
Do I owe you money?
No. I've got a proposition I want to put to you.
Dirty pictures?
Not this time, no. I'm going to start a new magazine. Better than the Yellow Book. I'm going to be respectable.
Are you serious?
Of course I am.
It'll cost thousands.
Well, business has been good.
What sort of business?
All sorts.
As ever was.
I want you to pick up from where the Yellow Book left off. I've always admired your work, you know that. I want you to edit the art side, contribute, lend your name.
It won't make money.
I'm not worried about money. I can stand it, and what I don't have, I'll borrow.
It's not the right moment.
Well, it'll take a while to get ready. Out by Christmas? The fuss will have died down by then.
I hope so. I tell you, this Yellow Book business has nearly killed me.
You don't look well. Do you want to work again?
Yes.
I mean, are you ready for it?
Of course.
I'm putting Arthur Simmons in as co-editor to help you out.
Yes.
And do you like him?
Not very much.
No matter. I'll send him over to see you as soon as I can.
I'm going abroad.
Oh, where to? Do you mind if I have a drink of your water? I've got this nasty taste in my mouth.
Dieppe. We're going as soon as I can travel. For my health.
Well, I might come over and join you.
What do you mean?
I've got a few addresses. I used to have this nice little girl in Dieppe.
Did you really?
Oh, yes, as often as I could manage.
Well, I don't suppose I'll be up to that.
Well, perhaps not. But you're welcome to her name all the same. I can usually think of someone in most of the likely places. I get around, you see.
You certainly must.
Well, it's the practical side of my business. I like to know my market, and apart from the sheer enjoyment of it, I can combine pleasure with business. And my books are used in houses all over the world. Oh, yes, all over the place.
And do you give the professionals a discount?
How would they identify themselves?
Well, by dint of practical demonstration.
No discount.
Oh. And do you carry samples?
Oh, yes, I'm never without them.
Like a Bible salesman.
Yeah.
They look innocuous enough on the outside.
Yeah, they do, but I think you'll find the contents stimulating enough.
I'm sure. Yeah. I've never needed sexual stimulus. My imagination has always provided more than enough for my quite limited capacity.
No?
I think I might. My mind is out of practice and my body out of sorts. I'm worse now than I've ever been. I'm not even drawing at the moment.
Well, you can keep the books if they'll give you pleasure.
Very kind.
I have a great respect for art. And sex.
I think we may be friends.
I trust so.
And profitably collaborate.
That is my dearest wish.
Beardsley, my dear, talented young friend, this will have to stop. I am becoming anxious about these tense inhalations of breath and pursed lips and feverish hours of preoccupation with vocabulary and punctuation. Now, why don't you put that damned pencil down, preferably forever, and start up again at your drawings with pen and ink?
I can't draw properly away from London, and never by daylight.
But why on earth write?
I've decided that literature is my vocation. Most of my drawings come from books anyway. I'm an illustrator. Everyone says so. Especially my critics, wishing to deny that I'm an artist also.
Do you really want to write?
Yes.
Do you think you have a talent for it?
No.
Well, then. You've no energy to spare.
I'm sure you're right.
And you do seem to find it tiring.
Of course. But also thrilling. I've written 2 whole sentences today.
Long ones?
No, but good. Damned good.
I shall start sketching tomorrow.
Don't bully me out of it. I hope to publish in the Savoy.
Oh, do you, by George?
Well, Smithers likes what I write.
Smithers only owns the Savoy. I am the editor.
On the literary side, Arthur. On the literary side. That's why you must read my poem. Soon. I want to do a drawing to go with it. I'll start tomorrow.
If it's a bad poem, a good drawing won't make it better.
It's not a bad poem.
You have the impetuosity of all youth.
How condescending of you to point it out to me. But it's my birthday in a few days' time. You can buy me a present for being so pompous.
How old are you?
I admit, 20.
20?
I didn't say that's how old I was.
Well, tell me, honestly.
Not much more than 20.
25?
Not nearly.
24? 23?
You know, it's a long time since I've enjoyed myself so much. I was very ill before I came. Work has revived me.
Do you still resent the break with Lane in the Yellow Book?
More than ever. Of course. I lost my job. My drawings were suppressed. And Oscar had never even written for the Yellow Book, let alone proselytized his nameless love through its chaste columns. We hadn't let him. We didn't want him.
Was there anything wrong with the drawings?
Nothing.
No sweet and secret sexual jokes? No unstrangled abortions or phallic symbols in the undergrowth?
Nothing. No thing. Rankles, you know. All because of Oscar. The worst of it is, when he comes out of jail, he'll still be the same pallid, monstrous, charming Oscar, congratulating us ironically on the Savoy, or sympathizing with me for my latest hemorrhage, summoning one of us to his table at the Café Royal, without so much as a please or a thank you or anything at all except his insufferable condescension of manner.
I don't suppose Oscar will ever go to the Café Royal again.
You'll see.
Du vin, s'il vous plaît. Rouge.
It'll be his first stop. He'll hire a hansom at the gates of Wandsworth.
In God's name, the man's in prison for 2 whole years. He's picking oakum. Whatever that means.
I may be dead in 2 years. I resent the effort wasted on drawings that the Yellow Book tore out.
Can't you publish them now?
I will. I have. It's not the same. They should have been published when I did them.
The bloom's gone off.
Exactly. If you want mortally to offend me, make delays in using my stuff. I shall have to go. I'm getting cold. I shall have to leave, dear, like the doctor said.
Well, you've done what you came for. The first issue's almost complete.
Except for the cover.
Yes, when are you going to let me see the cover?
I'm not.
You must.
Then at the last possible moment.
Why?
So you can't interfere with it.
And what happens if it's wrong?
The magazine won't be out by Christmas.
Are you plotting something?
A surprise or two, perhaps.
Which you won't let Smithers and me know about until it's too late?
If you were to ask nicely, I might let you have a quick peep. I'm coy, you see, like all the younger girls.
You are impossible. It's not a joke.
Everything has its diverting side.
And how do you intend to divert us with your cover? We don't need extra scandal. We need to be sound and win a reputation.
My cover design will enhance my given reputation.
You must let me see it immediately.
Very well. It's quite finished.
Where is it?
Right here, lurking under the draft of my poems. I'm not sure which of the two is more nearly a masterpiece.
It will have to be toned down. You know it will. Smithers will make you do it. That must come out.
There isn't time.
We will make time.
Then the magazine will not, after all, be out by Christmas.
The last thing I want to say is this. The Savoy is going to be the intellectual vehicle of the future. I can say that without hesitation. And why? Because of the quality of its contributors. And as I look around this room and I see so many famous, notorious, or at the very least celebrated representatives of the world of letters and the world of art, I am conscious of how much the Savoy owes to you all. It is your magazine. You have made it what it is. And you will make it what it will be in the future. And it is to the future that I now look, now that the first edition of the Savoy is about to appear.
Don't you have something else?
On the other hand, I'm sure that you would like me to add that without the intervention of his editors, Aubrey Beardsley and Arthur Simmons, there would be no Savoy. So I should like to propose a toast. And I would like you to drink deep from whatever you happen to have in your glasses, whether it is some strange way that some people prefer. You have chosen plain water or fruit juice or milk, to the fermented grape to which the Savoy and I owe so much. The Savoy, its contributors, its editors, and its future.
Savoy.
Savoy. Savoy. And I should like to add, its publisher.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Simmons. I must admit I was half expecting a speech from you.
In your honor, eh?
Well, maybe just a few words.
Do you know, Mr. Simmons, that your Mr. Quaritch once referred to my husband as the cleverest publisher in London?
Mrs. Smithers, tomorrow I shall ask him what he meant by it.
Aubrey, is it true that W.H. Smiths have refused to handle the Savoy?
I believe so. They took offence at the thought of me and the rumours about my cover.
Smithers, Beardsley tells me the Savoy isn't going to be sold in railway bookstalls. Is the matter in hand?
Oh, well, I've been to see Smiths already. They obviously thought that Aubrey's drawings were bound to be obscene. They hadn't spotted anything to complain about.
And, of course, all the Beardsley drawings in it were quite innocuous. So they picked an illustration by Blake to make a fuss about.
It was the picture by Blake with that article of mine.
That's right.
First told me about the business with Smiths. I went to the newspapers immediately. I said I thought it was scandalous not only that Blake should be censored, but that Beardsley should be. And I was told, very politely but very firmly, that these papers now have a rule that Aubrey Beardsley should never even be mentioned by name in their columns. And I said what you'd expect, that Beardsley is an artist. Oh, a great artist of our time and a commentator. And I asked him, would you have done the same for Hogarth?
Thank you for your kind words, Yates. It's good to know that I still have the strength to offend people.
There is not an item in this magazine that will genuinely offend anyone. Nor will there be.
Worse luck.
I'm sure you're underestimating the forces of the reaction. Beardsley is still a bête noire, and because we are identified with Beardsley, we share that infamy with him, such as it is. Oh, I've received many letters from my own people in Ireland, asking me why I go on with your Savoy, why I have anything to do with it. People have cut me in clubs and at the theatre.
But not cultured people.
Certainly. Learned people. I've letters in my pocket. There's one from George Russell.
Well, can I read this out? May we all hear it?
You can.
Dear Yates, I am writing to you on a matter of great importance. I must implore you, beseech you, for your own future welfare and because of the respect in which I hold you, to steer away from that organ of the incubi and the succubi, that nest of adders and vile serpents, the Savoy magazine. I shall never see the Savoy, nor do I intend to touch it. It is all mud from a muddy spring, and any pure thought that mingles with it must lose its purity. I think you should clear out of Arthur Simmons' vicinity and come over here.
The gods are filling Ireland with fire. Mystics are arriving everywhere. Above all, you cannot continue to work for Leonard Smithers without compromise and disaster. It will be much better for you.
Give me that letter. Give me that letter.
No, I shan't give you.
I'll prosecute the man. Give me that letter. I think I'll whip to him.
Please.
Give it to me.
Do his tastes run in that direction?
In almost every direction.
Of course. Give it to me.
Look at him. The wholehearted irrationality of a supposedly intelligent man. I ought to find it amusing.
And don't you?
Not when I'm dependent on.
Are you? On Smithers?
He's my only possible publisher, and my sole source of financial support. Mabel thinks that he will corrupt me. I think it much more likely that to publish my work will ruin him in the end.
Give me that letter.
And are you a cynic, then, about the Savoy's fair future, which he described to us so wordily?
I'm sure he does not need litigation to lead him to bankruptcy, or bad temper to lead him to apoplexy. The magazine will be enough.
I didn't mean to wake you.
Sleep.
You need to sleep.
A few hours every day. Little time to work.
You hardly have the strength to hold a pen. You're ill now, worse than you ever were. Can't you rest at last? Won't they let you rest?
I prefer that they didn't. A little time left. Oh.
That man will be here any moment. Your one visitor.
Also my sponsor.
He needs you more than you will ever need him.
He needs his money more than he needs my drawings.
Without your name and talents, he could never have launched his magazine.
Without my notoriety, he might have sold many more copies.
Can't we do without him now?
Why should we? He keeps me going.
If it's only a question of money, surely there's some other way.
It isn't only a question of money.
What then?
I need to work.
I know what you're doing, Aubrey. You can't conceal anything from me.
I've never tried.
I know the sewers that Smithers travels, and the slime that he encourages you to dabble in.
It's not a question of encouragement.
What else, then? You have a sense of sin.
Oh, strong words. Are you turning religious? Does the promise of my death make you repentant?
Answer the question.
Well, I have sinned and thought of sinning. But I've drawn sin more often than committed it.
Aubrey. Aubrey, I know you better than anyone else can.
So you should.
That man is evil. And he makes you evil. What you do for him is evil.
What I do for him is art.
And do you deny that art can be evil?
Lines on paper. Perspective and mass.
Surely evil is an active force, an active power. I would deny that potency to all my work, to any art of contemplation, no matter how provocative, however unpalatable. Evil is a power, and not a quality of imagination.
Words. Just glib words.
I like words more and more. If I live, I will only write.
And Smithers will be your publisher?
Yes, if he will take the risk. I could almost sleep again.
Yes, of course you could.
In your arms.
If you want, you have before. Come now. I must shave you. We must make sure you look your best. You don't need to work, you know. We can survive. Aubrey will help.
I'm already too much his pensioner. I owe him more than I can pay.
He doesn't mind.
You used to. You used to hate him. You used to tell me off because I took his money.
Not any longer, not now. He's changed. He's better, and you...
And I'm worse.
You are weak.
I'll work myself out of it. It'll pass. The fever comes in waves like a rough, hot sea. It overwhelms me, but it always passes. It makes me laugh to see you do that.
I'm not very good at it. Not yet.
Even when I draw, my hand shakes.
You must save your strength for what you have to do.
Everything.
No, not so much. Put your head back, my darling. Oh, how odd. There's a little patch of skin just there where your hair doesn't grow.
It used to. I'm sure it used to.
It's nothing. What does it matter anyway?
Perhaps it's a sign. Perhaps everything is slowing down, stopping. Perhaps everything will stop growing, changing, aging. All of my hair will fall out first. I'll look like one of my own monsters. Life, imitating my art. How satisfactorily ironic. My lungs, my lights and liver, even my beard, all equally exhausted. My capacity to love, extinct.
I can still make you feel.
Thank you.
You still have the strength to bleed.
Fresh air. That's what he needs. Fresh air and exercise. Why, in a few weeks' time, he'll be skipping like a lamb.
But the other doctor said that on
Oh,
no
my
cows...
dear lady, my colleagues and I disagree about many things. Put your trust in me. Stop coddling him. Don't stand any nonsense. He must sleep with his windows open, and you must get him up and about as soon as you can, this afternoon. We'll blow all this tomfoolery out of his head. No more dreams or fantasies. Unhealthy things, fantasies. It's your nerves, you see, purely your nerves. The best thing you can do for your brother, I tell you honestly, is to stop sympathizing with him. Get him up. Exert yourself. You'll see. It'll transform him.
And do you really think that following this...
I know my business, madam.
My dear Andre, there seems no end to this chapter of blood. I am more incapacitated now than when I arrived here. I've begun to think of London like some untraveled yokel.
Who's that from?
Aubrey.
Where is he?
Bournemouth.
Is he well?
Of course not.
Read it to me.
A few days ago, I began a daunting new regime. Cold baths and exercise and heavy meals. I even slept with my windows open in Bournemouth. Then yesterday, I ventured out for a walklet in the winter gardens. The blood began to spout profusely. I thought I would make an al fresco crook of it. If you pray, pray for me at the top of your voice. But do not mention what has happened to a soul.
He'll never come back to London.
No.
Not even in a coffin.
No.
I wonder how much longer he can last.
I will remember him in my prayers.
We both must.
Poor boy. My poor dear boy.
They told me you were coming to see how miserable I am. It made me glad.
What can I say?
Don't spoil it by sympathizing.
How can I help it?
The doctors say that I'm dying. Well, so I am. But I've been doing it for 20 years and I'm in practice. The prospect of my death has been near me far too long for it to matter. The damp weather depresses me. It gets into the paper when I draw.
Come on. Cheer me up. Save all your funeral sentiment for another occasion. Oh, tell me about your whores and all of my enemies. Oh, tell me about Simmons and the Savoy and the latest fashions.
The Savoy will have to close after the next edition.
I rather suspected that was coming. I knew it.
It's cost me thousands.
It was bound to. I told you so once. Now, tell me, have you used up everything that I sent to you?
Yes.
Nothing held back, like the Ballad of a Barber was?
No.
I spent weeks on that poem, draft after draft, and when I finally saw it in print, it seemed to have faded. Is that all one said to oneself? Did so much labor produce so little?
But the drawings are superb.
I know that. That's why they shouldn't have been held over. My grasp on life is far too tenuous for me not to want to make my mark whenever I can.
Look. Look at that, isn't it?
I've seen it before.
Well, it's one of the best you've ever done.
I'll do you another just as good for the final edition.
But no more poems, Aubrey, no more poems. I've got to keep Simmons happy.
There's no danger of that. I couldn't write a limerick.
What do you think about now?
People and events. Not very much, and not sadly. I dream a lot. All the time. They've started to give me something to make me sleep more soundly, but it only makes me dream more vividly.
Can you still work?
A bit. If Mabel steadies my hand.
And does she still want you to work?
Not very much. She hates you and despises me for the work I do at your behest. She thinks that you have corrupted me and will corrupt her also. Whenever I'm ill, she sends for the priest, as if to exercise your influence would immediately improve my health. He's a regular visitor now. He calls the cook by a Christian name.
Well, what do you call her?
I ignore him, of course. But I resign myself to what is inevitable. I know that my sister has set herself to save my soul, and perhaps she's right to do so.
I've got the proofs of Lysistrata with me.
It might be better if I didn't see him. Mabel's worst fears would be confirmed if she found me with ghosts.
Well, the proofs are satisfactory. There's no need to check them.
Your standards are not as high as mine.
No, but I enjoy life more.
I was talking about printing.
Well, the proofs are adequate.
The blog makers have done well.
The drawings are excellent.
I come to death, the more strongly I feel the need to convince the world that I still have the capacity to arrest its attention. Perhaps I sometimes feel the need to shock myself as well.
Oh, well, these aren't shocking. They're profoundly offensive and witty. It's just what I wanted.
Come on, tell me a joke. Help me to laugh or help me to cry.
We think Simmons has got himself a mistress.
Who is it?
Well, she's nobody. Well, nobody that we can recognize anyway. She is enormous. She's twice his size, and she hangs on his arm at the opera receptions as if she was 16 years old and very delicate.
I think her underwear is scarlet, and her stockings purest silk. She has a sequin-studded girdle, and a corset tight as tight. She has a ruby sewn to velvet, in her navel.
But what do they do together?
She makes him disarms and tickles him through his shirt with a buttered peacock's feather. That's his idea of bliss, and he expects no more. Occasionally she kisses his nose, and he caresses her wig. Ah, they're ideally suited. And she pays all of your checks to him through her account, unless they bounce, in which case he can have them. She calls him Artie, and he calls her Tiger Moth, or Twinkles, or Pussycat.
Yes, well, you mustn't tire yourself.
Oh, dear Toad, pretty Paul, Cock Robin, dearest Lip, Touchstone, little cough drop.
Mabel, Mabel.
Bijou, Button, dear heart, Dick Dog, Mrs. Manley, little Nipper.
Mabel! Mabel, come quickly! Mabel!
This field of poppies is the field you have sown. It's like an orchestra in which the players take no notice of their conductor. Am I raving?
Aubrey, greetings from Scotland. You look so much better than I expected. They told me you were dying.
John. Welcome. Father John, I should say.
Not yet, Aubrey. I'm not ordained yet.
But you are at least en route.
I hope so, certainly. You look well, you know.
I've come to expect these temporary remissions, but I'm afraid they don't mean much. The fever comes and goes. You find me in its absence. And the legacy of a fever is always that you look young and healthy and a little flushed. Sometimes more so than if you actually were all right. It's quite ironic.
Are you still strong enough to draw?
Yes, when I can. You're my first visitor for weeks. Even the south coast here is too far for most people to come. But as always, when I move to a new town, the air seems to be doing me some good.
Andre asked me to come.
He's in Edinburgh.
Yes. He's building me a church there.
So I heard. He wrote to me. I, too, have benefited in the past from his remarkable and generous sense of grandeur.
I think it comes from the heart, don't you?
Perhaps. That's why I distrust it a little. I've never liked to see hearts worn on sleeves, especially such big ones. Well, John, why did he send you to me?
To visit you.
What else?
To comfort you, to give you counsel.
About my life or my death?
Both, if you let me.
What is the message from Andre?
He only sent his love.
What sort of love do you offer me now?
God's love.
What does it cost?
It has repaid what I paid to acquire it.
With or without interest?
I've forgotten how provocative you could be.
I haven't changed.
Do you intend to?
As little as I can.
In that case, I've come a long way to very little purpose.
Don't go. Please. I should like to talk to you as a friend. For a few moments.
I came to ask you to seek out God for yourself.
Well, no, you must stay. And tell me how to go about it.
That's nothing to tell. Nothing in the world could be more simple.
Ask the name of your local priest and send for him.
Is that all? Mabel already knows him as a friend.
He will tell you what road to follow.